as far as the arsenic, it is a fact that Signal Hill did deliver water that had nearly twice the current EPA safety recommendations. I mean, that's a fact. And so we could look into the future. We could be positive and talk about rainbows and unicorns, but I'd rather talk about real issues, even if they're uncomfortable for some people to discuss. And we do have solutions. And I'm not just presenting problems. I'm talking about solutions, which is if we purchase water from Long Beach, it will be better treated with lower levels of arsenic. And so I have a positive vision of fiscal responsibility, living within our means, and making Signal Hill even better. So I do have positive messages. I think we can't just hide from the problems. We have to discuss them. I think it's helpful. And I think if we address those issues, our future will be even brighter.
Larry?
I enjoy a good campaign. This is my fourth. This happens to be the worst. There are snippets of information being thrown out to you citizens with no background. They are snippets saying that we're violating water. We are not. There are snippets saying that I'm a polluter, funded by my opponent and the League of Conservation Voters. None of it's true. There is a whole letter that I've written to the League of Conservation Voters dealing with all the stuff that I've done for the city, including getting $10 million to fund trash catches, including $800,000 to experiment with various treatment facilities over at Hamilton Bowl. To have funded this is an absolute abomination as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I'd like to rebut. Again, what's funny is the information that I'm presenting is fact, and yet I did not fund that. I had no idea that was coming out. That's the truth. If I funded it by law, it would have to say paid for by friends of Matthew Simmons. That's an independent organization, and you can believe it or not, but I have not been in contact with them. The information, and that's, you can believe it or not, but I'm telling you the truth. I'm not in contact with them. One other thing is our city is doing some funny things, which is we're suing the water. We've launched 2 lawsuits against the Water Replenishment District, which is trying to help 43 cities conserve water. And we're talking about 157 billion gallons of water. And it's just unfortunate that because of us, the water emergency declaration may be going away because the lawsuit that Signal Hill, Downey, and Cerritos launched against the Water Replenishment District. And that's hurting all of our surrounding cities, and it's unfortunate.
Yes, WRD lawsuit makes absolute positive sense. They were trying to say in conjunctive use who could and could not store water, where, and why. I do not want WRD, who is notorious for having just stocked away excessive reserves managing my water. I do not want them as a water master. That's exactly what we're fighting for, exactly what Downey and several other cities have fought for. This is not the first lawsuit against them. I forced WRD 8 years ago to take a $10 million reserve, and $20 million reserve, and reduce it to 10 because they had no need for it. They just kept increasing our rates. Every time you drink water, your water rate is increased by their water replenishment system, RA. So the ability to store water, I would love to have the ability to have a water master come in and do it, not WRD.
Just a brief rebuttal. I'm not going to speak as to who funded or didn't fund the piece, but I will say that it was certainly on Mr. Simmons' website immediately. That's all I'll say.